Okay, had to get a lot of other viewing out of the way first for that thing. I'm also playing around with the microphone. I might do something with a microphone placement at some point, but not like somewhere where it's not in the way or whatever. But it's like it's also going to be in the way. I'll try something. Probably different position for production thing, but for online, this is probably where it's going to be. All right, so we have. Notice up in the corner here, we got it's going to be a downtime. This is where we, new season begins. Bug hunt, big old bugs, kind of a Starship Troopers type of thing, or another game I keep getting reference. Let's see if anybody's on here. I want to get out here. Let's see if we can get Anime Night's attention. But let's see. Already, seen the trailers. It's like, yep, it's gonna be a humdinger of a season coming up here. You got Dead Mouse. So what? I don't care. Never heard anything. A bunch of stuff. Some of these things might be fun to get. But right now, not happening because I'm overdrawn. So these guys. Marvel. We got. Iron Spider. I just never really took it. This is where things get a little crazy. Okay. Okay. Genie's leaving today. Juana's leaving today. So, doesn't matter. Already got them. These guys here. The Supernova stuff's leaving because we're going to be leaving that behind and going into Bug Invasion. Dragon Ball stuff. No updates on this one to what. They just. Somewhere we're open more characters, but no, not. I don't think they wouldn't be doing that with the Blitz Royale. That's just I don't think we'd get any kind of real major update to this package unless they're doing an actual Dragon Ball season. Ninja still in there. Jam Tracks. I should actually order it. Knight Rider is going to be here another few days, so maybe. I don't know. And they can't get the Batmobile, stuck with getting kit. They make all these things still here. But there's a little something that for the new Battle Pass is one of the skins, the Halo skin, will be actually free to anybody, whether you get the Battle Pass or not. Just get the level up, get up to level 100, and so you'll get you'll get the pass regardless. Now, of course, you've been getting out a lot of stuff there. You could, I'll be getting the Battle Pass on that one because I want to get everything else. But of course, this will also obligate me to at one point get Master Chief something, because you can't just have one. Once you get one Halo stuff, I've been meaning to get Master Chief anyway. Let's just get in here. Get some stuff in here before the downtime. So it's like 2 a.m. That would be midnight here. So I got a couple hours. I'm not planning on streaming longer than that anyway, so. I did get one comment on my little indie stream there from conservative trends, waifu, trends. It's described, which is personally, but it's like said thank you for being out there and not giving up on her. So yeah, I do have some support. Some people understand what I'm doing. It's also, I think, one of the aspects that kind of produces a borderline is fear of abandonment. Okay, because the people get this sick and tired of this. That's it. I'm not going to hear. I'm not doing that. All right, is it? I'm seeing this through. Let's see. We are now on what's the date today? Yes, we're August 6th. And the very onerous protection order that I keep getting slapped in the face with. Yeah, it expires on the 23rd. And I'd like to point out the judge in the case. Oh, I got to openly say, I'm not judging you a threat. So, but the thing is, like, I did cross the line in a couple of spots there. So, but I was not ruled a threat. Come on, make lighter. But I think it was like, for the court's opinion, you two need some space, clearly. So, and again, the order in question I have yet to be properly served with. I was supposed to have come down within about a week. And I never heard hide nor hear of it. And it's not like I'm hiding. I communicated with the lawyer a time or two, so he certainly knows my email address. They have my home address. They could have called a process server here, faxed it over, and delivered it to me personally. That never happened. So best I can figure is they never came up with anything that was acceptable to the court. Now, I could have been a total asshole and just resumed sending stuff straight to her. And said, well, I never received the order, so what are you going to do about it? No. Out of respect to her and the court. I have stayed on my line of defense. But also the fact that about everything that Indy threw in as evidence against me was thrown out because it was protected free speech. And like I said, one thing she put in there was downright exculpatory. Where it's like, so he's got my address, and then a couple of lines down, and say, I promise not to give out this information. And the fact that I gave her my address and everything is a way of maintaining balance of power. Look, see, scales of balance of power is restored. I got your information, you have mine. Status quo is restored, okay? Maybe stop being children about this. Right? Apparently that's not an option at this point. Now there are certain things, yes, I've definitely banged badly because, still a little not quite completely up on how to deal with borderline personality disorders. Because, okay, yeah, you fucked that one up. Yeah, it's a learning process all around. Hello. Not there yet for that one. And again, it's, so Windows got a new theory. No, it's not the new theory. I've modified the current theory. Oh, okay. We got the general idea of what's going on here. Now it's like, what are the other factors involved? And I think, but kind of like, based upon her comments, about her improving state of mind since she started on T. Well, because, my dear, hormones have a very profound effect on your state of mind. Anybody who's ever spent time with a woman who goes through these, rather, strenuous periods, where you start getting references to the PMS monsters come to visit. During certain parts of the month, it's like, don't bother the wife, she may hurt you, that sort of thing. And this is normal hormonal changes. Now you factor in abnormal changes, like, heavy drug use, which is known to depress hormonal levels. And someone who's been proudly doing this for about good 10 years. And when you do, and it was somebody who was has prior trauma, which has been known to produce. I've done that again. I'm gonna try it. Certain dysphoric feelings. And I think that, and I do think the turning point of this little adventure was major hormonal imbalance caused by the drug use, or exacerbated by the drug use. She may have had, prior issues before that, but it's like constantly token up and driving it down even further only made things worse. Until one day she, the imbalance is such that she wakes up and then she just woke up one day and said, I'm a guy. That doesn't just happen, okay? I've heard enough, testimony from genuine transsexuals who have, it's innate. It's from childhood. There's no waking up one day and coming to the conclusion that you're gay, or that you are actually, the opposite sex. No. It's something they do, and it's also generally not trauma related. These are generally people that have perfectly happy childhoods and didn't, but just something, with just not matching up right. They also generally freely admit it's a mental disorder. They don't claim they are, like Buck Angel does not make any claims of being a man. He frees the female, biological female. Same with Marcus D. In fact, Marcus said the more often he says the better he feels. Affirming reality, acknowledging the situation, and knowing that this what he's gone through and what procedures gone has been to deal with a mental disorder. Okay, we're fine. So usually a big hint that you're not dealing with actual when they start doing the thing of I am a guy. No, you're not. Because they say I'm not delusional. Well, you claim to be a boy. Yes, you are. And I start doing this thing about whoa. All right, first things first. That's what I want to use up the. Oh well. And with her statement, I was feeling much better since I got the gun. Yeah, because you're getting your hormones back in balance. Because it's been a big deal. She's going on to the testosterone she's on, very low dose. In fact, it's designed for postmenopausal women to get their hormones back in line with normal. And she's not even on a full dose of that. Normal dose is like 0.5 milliliters. She started off 0.1. I'm talking about she's doubled that. Yeah, that's 0.2. It's still less than half. And she's also on birth control, which again she knows nothing about how that actually works. It was to shut down the estrogen. It shut. Not really. What it does is it's massive doses of estrogen and progesterone, supposedly to make the body think it's pregnant. But the fact that she's still having her period while on birth control shows just how freaking low her levels actually still are. Because it kind of goes with buddy Prisha Mosley, a detransitioner. She was worried if she was ever going to even have a period. And she was over the moon when she actually did. Because it shows her body was finally starting to heal from all the crap she put herself through. When she started so young, she barely had any periods before anyway, so she's still getting used to this whole thing. She's in her early 20s now. But her doctor put her on birth control pills, and she wound up getting pregnant. And there's a beautiful baby boy as a result of it. He's about a year old now. And it kind of goes with it. It's like the body doesn't like change. And when you start getting used to something, not letting me out. Let me just go back to the lobby instead of watching this bozo. And a lot of times, it settles into an equilibrium, even if that equilibrium is not quite right. It's like, okay, we're settling in here. We're not going to do anymore. What you need to do is whack it, beside the head with a 2x4, in some fashion to get it straightened out. And in this case, he was like massive doses of estrogen to bring it back to at least a balance close to normal, or at least ratios. I don't know about actual levels, but it was a ratio of estrogen to testosterone. And as a result, she got pregnant with her boyfriend. And so basically, I think her doctors are probably the only ones with any lick of horse sense with a whole lot of this. They are looking at it as, well, her hormone balance are completely out of whack. And hopefully one of them is saying the last thing we need to do is put her on trans, therapy. So let's just get her back to normal hormone levels. Again, not being helped by the fact she's still hitting that stupid bomb, which just fucks things up. But someone, I'm still in my brain. Yeah, you know why? Because you totally fucked up your hormone levels. And I think that that everything crashed to a point where she can plan on all the other issues he's got. She the conclusion that she's a boy, helped along by this idiotic gender ideology shit that's been pushed on everybody for the past 10 years. And again, she went to high school up in Washington State, left this utopia, graduated in 2014, which is when they really start pushing this shit. Let's just find a place to catch a fish. During one of our exchanges, I'm not trying to explain gender ideology for you. I can explain gender ideology in one word: bullshit. Cited John Money. Yeah, she knows about John Money. The creepy doctor did horrible things to those two kids. Yeah, she didn't quite blow on the fact that he's the one who started this whole horseshit, this whole shit show. The whole concept of modern idea of genderology starts with that moron. And his lie is about his research with these twin boys, when the actual findings proves the exact opposite. I mean, the foundations literally lie within Nazi Germany, even a little bit before that. But the modern was with John Money and Alfred Kinsey. Those two perverts. All their findings, the individual got denounced. It's like too late. Their crap is baked into the system now. And now it's the process of trying to get it back out. Go through it. Nope, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. This is crap. This, we have sacrificed, and they've done the best to sacrifice an entire generation of kids to this bullshit. Okay, and I said it before. Society reaches peak depravity when they start sacrificing their own children, and that's where we've been at. And there's different reasons how we got to this point. Come on, let me out. And also, like so much of human history is driven by male libido, especially perverted male libido, where there's the regular. Just trying to impress a girl is not enough. No, we got to try and be as sick and twisted as possible. Stray shot. Oh dear, hold on. Let me get out of this second. Something just kicked on that I don't want to. I don't think I want on screen just yet. Hold on. First. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Hold on. First, we take care of a few things. Get me a bit of a hidey hole here. Nothing much happening right now, so don't worry about that. I'll just crouch down here in the corner. Now, we need to hold on. Let me get to the got a screensaver kick on that. Don't really want to. Let's just say I can get in real big trouble if that thing is on this one. I'm trying. Fortunately, the menu I need to get to. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Whoops, almost. So far, nothing in the game is happening right now. So, okay, there we go. This thing takes the damnedest time to kick on. I may have to restart the game here. Yeah, I think it's safer. I just restart the game. Come on. It's not letting me restart the game, so I'm going to do it the hard way. Okay. Move the launcher up. Whoop. There we go. Come on. Off now. Thank you. All right. Let's try that again now. Now, while I'm sure a sizable number of you would have enjoyed seeing the little show on the side there, again, I don't think YouTube would have enjoyed it. But I don't think I could have even gotten away with that over on Rumble. So I would have had to have started my own Fansly page, I think, to do this thing. Okay, but actually, while I'm on, let's take a look here. Is there anything in the shop I can grab? Okay, the skibbity toilet thing. Okay, I've already got that. Let's see what this is about. Nah, I don't really go for these, so just going to fire that up. Maybe not. Tends to do this one. Oh, there we go now. Now, at least it kicked on while I was playing, but playing alone. And it wasn't in a team situation where I'm fumbling around, but trying to get this thing shut off while not getting anyone else killed. I should put that icon on the other screen here so I can get at it when I have to. I'll do that another time, though. So. All right, so I was going to go fishing here. Okay, so basically, I think what should happen is eventually Indy's hormones will come in balance. Her mind will finally start working properly because it won't be fighting all these influences, and we already see things starting to crack a bit on that front. Like no longer using some of the terms she was, when she was talking about, going shopping for them, picking out, cosplay ideas and having to, the way she kind of put through the brakes on that woman enough. It's like, did you just call yourself woman? What's that? The cracks are starting to form. Because another big thing is a lot of detransitioners. It just got tiring after a while. It was just exhausting trying to keep up with this shit. Demi Lovato, she's kind of non-binary, and it just got too exhausting. So she's not full back, she's a woman. Not worth it. And India's got so much on her plate now. That's why she takes a month off to get caught up on stuff, and she's trying to plan a wedding and everything else. And again, she's been engaged, I don't know how many times already. And history with one of the hallmarks of borderline personality disorder, is unstable relationships. So, if the wedding's actually going to happen, even if it does, how long it's going to stick together. And if she does come to the conclusion that nope, she's a woman after all, and then it's going to think of, well, this guy was hooking up to a boy, so what's going to happen with that one? And flip or flop, it's going to get rather awkward because either he's going to bail on her because she's not the femboy he fell in love with, or it's going to be revealed that he was lying just to get inside her pants. And didn't really give a shit about her, just and yeah, it's going to sound sounds cool and shit, but that's the way the kind of BPD mind tends to go in extremes. Doesn't matter how good a negotiator is this guy, and is he going to present his argument in the right light, or or is she going to blow up at him and toss his ass out? Because also, it's like, seems like she's the one with the big money in the relationship. And it ain't as big as it used to be. Okay, let's do it back here. But I'm pretty sure with the now stating monthly goals of 10,000 a month, when she's supposed to have already been making that much. I think that to an extent, it's a case of the lady does protest too much. And then now she's just trying to maintain 10,000 a month.
Help.
Because between trying to maintain that website and rent on her apartment and other things, it's like, she's kind of boxed herself into a corner on that one. And that's why I did that last video. It's like, I think it's time to just drop the femboy stuff. No one's buying it. To drag on the brand. And I think the fact that she's doing more girl content shows she knows that it's not playing. And also, I think it's an indicator she's getting more comfortable doing more girl content. Which is probably, being helped along by the fact that her hormone levels are improving and getting back, more in balance. So it's a question of at what point does it finally dawn on her that this is what was going on? You were not trans, you were sick. Your biochemistry was fucked up and it affected your mind a little more than normal. And guess what? You came to a very stupid and destructive conclusion. Now, how about we fix this? And that's also where it's time to find new therapists because they bought into this crap. Everyone's got their own little motivation with it. Unethical surgeons, nothing new there. We've had them all along. They see big dollar signs in gender surgeries. Like a phalloplasty, they can rack up about $10,000 on one of those things. A few $1,000s for a boob job. And these are not particularly good ones either. Like Buck is saying, so my chest doesn't look. Yeah, that stuck to me way back in the day, but it doesn't look like that. The ones they're cracking out now, they look like these poor kids that were mauled by bears. The sick thing is when they do the pictures that the kids traumatized, but the doctors are grinning like a monkey because like it just bagged a, they just bagged an 8-point buck. It's like, hey, look what I just did, you sick motherfucker. They need to revoke your shingle and shove it up your ass, you butcher. They damn sure do not deserve the title of doctor. Okay, I'm going to wait a minute on that because my luck is I'll find a small one. And oh dear. But yeah, like I said. Where are you? I just want to find a fishing hole. Damn it! Come on. Damn it! Not now! Come on.
Internet fucking up.
Yes. No, the computer's locking up on me. Damn it! Fuck you. There. Gotcha. Little shit. Again, I just want to find a fishing hole, okay? Come on. Everyone forget this one. Okay. Oh, that's not far from here. Come on, damn it, stop that. Move it. There a car up here? There it is. Holy shit. Excuse me? Okay. Locking up on me? What the hell are you doing? God damn it. Okay. Never seen a close-up. Come on, dude. Stop that. God damn it. Come on, up. Give me some altitude here. Come on. Where is this bitch? What'd you do? Go into freaking hiding? This is twice I've had Superman and had really not know do anything with him. Okay, well that was fun. Ran as a zapper once, she ran off, and now what the hell happened? And she's never come back. Well, screw it. I gotta find a fishing hole, okay? That's all. Not going that way, though. Oh, now you show up. Fuck you. Okay. Who's the jackass? Eh? There. Happy now? What do we got here? Nap. That, however, now where are some fishing poles? What is that? Did I see something? Oh, no. Over there. Here we go. Whoa, you motherfucker. I'm trying to catch a goddamn fish and you're going to be pretty good. Meddling little shit. Okay. It's about an hour. About an hour left before it goes down. Of course. All right, now hopefully we can avoid getting sidetracked. I can just catch a damn fish and get that over with. I think there's some fishing down here or something. Hey. Let's gear up a bit. Of course. You little bitch. Come on. All right. All right. Right. All I want to do is catch a fish. One single fish. That's all I need. So then we're just leave me the fuck alone while I try to catch a fish. If you guys could stop being bloodthirsty psychopaths for 5 fucking minutes. There. There we go. That's what I need. Okay. Never one when you want one. Bitch! Let's see what we got left as far as tasks go. Sometimes the hang up on the mouse pad. All right. Okay. That close to leveling up. Okay. Let's see. All right. We got something else to be simple. Talk to a character. Okay. Or click the layers either way. Just need to talk to a character. That'll take care of that. And actually, since the new season starts in a couple hours, I might as well start blowing some gold. So. Should look into, is there some way to do music thing on the, this thing? I would like nothing better than to just do a regular music show on this. Just start spinning some tracks. Having some fun. Doing my own radio station. Because that's one thing. It's like, I think I demonstrated one thing I can still do. That one night, a few years, oh God, about 10 years ago now, but still, it's like I hadn't done a music show in about 20 years at that point, and it's like right back into it. Like my last shift, it's just last week, doing put together a 3-hour music show, and then for that period, I was the voice of the Denver radio market for Denver Boulder, because everyone else at that hour had gone to remotes, either syndicated something or other, or it was just automated. Maybe an intern was spinning disc, but it's like there was nobody kicked open a mic. I was it. And got a couple phone calls. This is the best music I've ever heard on this station. Keep it up. Okay, I know this is going to go. I might tell you something. KGNU is, it's a community radio station. And they're going to have a little come to Jesus moment regarding what to do next. What with Corporation Public Broadcasting officially closing down, and with it can be taking PBS with it. And they're going to have to start thinking, okay, what do we do? And it's going to be, how much of the community really supports this station? How much it would be propped up by, lefty interests, clear across the country. I'd like to think KGNU has enough local support to keep going in some form. But one of the things is because they also didn't rely solely on just PBS programming to keep things going. It was also shit. Oh, did I stun you there? Now, where was I? Oh, hello. Oh, talk to a character. Hello, character. All right. Come on. Okay. All right. Now let's see. So small one. Here we go. All right, now. Come on. There we go. Whoop. It's a delay there. Come on. There we go. Whoa, shit. Shit. Bitch. We just leveled up. All right. Yeah. But okay, I think that'll probably be it. Less than an hour to go for the upload, or the the download of the thing. And I'll probably just leave the thing on overnight, so download while I'm busy doing the things or something, or sleeping. Yeah, no, he's coming here, so all right. And it's gonna be well for that one. Did we get all the quests done? Yes, we did. So let me go and pull the plug here on that one. Ow! Okay. So with that, saga continues on the indie front. New chapter begins tomorrow with Fortnite. And due to various vagaries, we're going to be late with the rent again. Mainly because certain bills happen at the wrong damn time. So any thoughts we might have had of being able to pay somewhat on time, nope, you're going to be waiting a couple of weeks again. So. Although, thankfully, because of the way the calendar works, every 2 weeks is every 2 weeks. Doesn't matter what the calendar says. And in this case, the next 2 weeks after, because I may take tomorrow, and then 2 weeks is when I'm hoping to get the renting. But it'll be kind of within the realm of when they start sending out the nasty grams. So hopefully we'll be able to avoid another one. They've been pretty good with it. It's one of the good things about being in a low-income situation is that they're willing to work with you on these situations. Whereas standard places like, nah, you pay on the 5th or you're out. And I'm not doing that anymore. I can't. We don't even have a car to retreat to now. We get booted out now. We are literally on the street. So, which also brings up the thing if they hopefully president comes through on his little rebate idea. And his idea, I mean, God bless Josh Hawley, but $600 ain't enough to do anything. Okay. Trump was talking like 5,000. That's a new car, or at least newer car. I mean, I got a few, bookmarked on Carfax, just below 5,000. Even better, I also get emails from local police auctions. Got a nice one for a few hundred. It's like that. Then we're back in our lives again. But the glorious thing of not having a car, it's like, oh, and RTD is not that great. Okay, I take my timesheets across town to drop them off to get paid. If I was driving, that would take maybe an hour, depending on traffic. Now it literally takes all day. I start off, before 10. I get back sometime in the afternoon. And that's pretty much on the back, And I've finally got a route picked out that is pretty close to direct as I can get. But it's still, I gotta get a bus, north, and get to north few blocks, and then wait for the station for the return route. Go back down, get the train station, then go there, train to another train. It's a little insane. So, and while I do like getting out, and it's a fun train ride, but it's no, enough already. Okay. So I would like to be able to be able to listen to my music without draining my phone. And not be spending $5.50 every couple of weeks, just to get back, get to how much a day pass is. You consider the number of times I have gotten on the wrong train or missed a connection. Yeah, I need to get the day. I can't just do a ticket. I got to get the day pass so I can bounce around a little, But also when you're on the bus and the train, you can't make the side trips, Like usually I'm head down because I'm clearing literally the opposite corner of town from where we are. I say, well, I'm down there. Well, I'm not far from Copar Hobbies. Let's swing back there, see what they've got. Pick up a few things. Or pick a different route. Just something different. A different route. Follow up Colorado Boulevard. Stop off at Trader Joe's. That's what can't do that with the train or the bus. Unless you're really planning. If you're whatever you want to go do relies on a bus line. And you have all freaking day to kill waiting for the connections. I go down on Saturdays usually. And the buses don't always run frequently on weekends as they do during the week. And even during the week, it's like, because one route I tried was hitting the 44. It's like once an hour. So, unless you are there right there on the buses, you're standing there for a long time. Yeah. Not fun, okay? One thing when I was in junior high and the off-peak hours were free, okay? Then it didn't matter. I was also not as beat up and half paralyzed as I was back then as I am now. So, okay. With that, since nobody's coming by to visit, I'm going to put out the invites. I'm going to go ahead and pull it right here. So we will talk at you.
Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, the plan is ignored. Action is what's ahead. Life is breaking back up. Whenever there's a hang up, you'll find a spider.